On the Build Show today, our 2018 Holiday Gift Guide.
Now we're coming to you from a Lowe's store, and in full disclosure, this video is sponsored by Lowe's.
And Lowe's is giving us these gifts for free.
Wait, so we get to keep all the gifts we put in our cart?
Yeah, of course. Lowe's is giving this stuff for free. But we have to be really thoughtful, Jordan, because we've only got 10 things total, which means you get 5 and I get 5. And we're really going to deliberate to make sure you get the coolest gifts this year. Let's get going. Google Mini and smart light bulbs. This one supports your circadian rhythm. You know, circadian rhythm is any biological process that supports. Ooh, $20 for 50 blades? Bimetal versus carbide. Now, bimetal, you've got a carbon steel with a titanium edge. 50 bags at 1.2 mil for $15 versus 24 bags at 3 mil. Now this is a better deal on millage per dollar, but on the other hand, most... Oh, look at these sweet flashlights. Dewalt 20 volts, so we've got 160 lumen versus 500 or 250 lumen. All right, y'all, Jordan and I had a fun time picking out some really cool gifts at Lowe's. And here's what I think are the things that are gonna be cool for your list. So number one, I always love a good knife or a good flashlight gift. For about 10 bucks, this Craftsman flashlight, this has a lot of features for that price. Magnetic base, tiltable head, not bad for 10 bucks.
Really cool flashlight, but if you're a real man, you get the Dewalt. It's got the flex head, it's got 500 lumens, really cool.
Flippy.
Tilty flippy, you can put it under sink, do your plumbing. I really like it.
Now if you're a man's man though, 1,000 lumens.
1,000 lumens.
Man, I'll tell you, that's a pretty cool flashlight for 1,000 lumens. And it goes red too, so you could use this camping, you could use this on a hunting trip. Pretty nice flashlight on their 20-volt DeWalt system.
Next, more of a stocking stuffer, but we have got Jobsite tough Sharpies. How many of you, especially marking concrete, you got the Sharpie, you open it up, you mark the concrete, and the tip is gone. And you're having to get another one. These are made for marking on concrete and will last much longer in a construction site world.
That's pretty cool. All right, so a tool that not everybody has, but is super helpful, especially in the remodel world, is one of these from Fluke. This is a volt alert, and all this is going to do is tell you if your wiring is hot or not. You can put this on a wire, you can pull this into an outlet, and you can tell right away if the power is still on. This is a great stocking stuffer, and you should have this in absolutely every time you're going out for a remodel in your toolbox.
The Kreg Jig. So they have a lot of different versions. They start at about 20 and go up to 140, but this is a cool one. If you're not into the Kreg Jig world, this allows you to make pocket holes, and this one has the dual, so you can do 2 holes side by side. Very affordable, about the $40 range. Really cool for the woodworker.
And by the way, you also are going to want one of these. This is their auto clamp. Now, I've got the older style models that you got to change this to change how much clamp pressure you've got and how wide the jaws are going to be. This one adjusts automatically. So if you're using 3/4 plywood or you're using 2 1/4 plywood, clamps automatically. Very cool for about 20 bucks. Going to work great with your Kreg Jig.
Yep. Keeping with the woodworking theme, a magnetic base angle finder. So if you are setting up an angle on a miter saw or on your table saw and you want to make sure that it's exact and precise every single time, these are indispensable. You pop it right on your blade since it's magnetic based, you dial it into your angle and you can hit the same angle every single time.
All right, another tool that you may not have in your toolbox or not, this is an air shim. Man, this is a handy tool. Now you've seen me use these when we install big slider doors. I did a video series with Corey earlier in the year, and man, this one little shim will hold 300 pounds. If you shove this underneath a window and you need to level it, you put this underneath an appliance to get it leveled. It does a lot of work with just this little pump. Press the button and it's gonna release back out. Great stocking stuffer.
All right, so I'm a super nerd. This is probably not what most people want in their stockings, but it's so cool. It is actually a carbide welded razor blade. So they use a laser and they weld carbide powder on the tip of this razor blade, and then they grind the end of it. It's supposed to last 10 times longer than a regular blade, and much better than your titanium coated blades, and they're not that much more expensive.
Yeah, you know, I was shocked. It was basically the same price,
Yeah.
Jordan, as the bimetal blades. You're going to get a lot longer life out of that. That's pretty cool from Lennox.
Really cool.
I don't know if that's brand new, but I've never seen it before. Okay, next up on my list, this is a tool you don't need every day, but man, it's super helpful. Again, on remodels, when you're doing cabinet installs, there's always a couple screws in the back of the cabinet that you can't get your drill physically into the right spot. This little angle driver from Dewalt has a handle on the side so you can keep it from torquing out on you, and you can get your screwdriver, your drill in those really tight situations. Very cool tool for that price.
Yeah, the angle and the flex shaft is really cool. Haven't
great
seen
combo.
that before. This is a Google Home Mini, and they do sell it at Lowe's, and they sell it with the kit with a light bulb, and you can control your lights from your wiretap that you pay Google, and they listen to you all the time, and they know exactly what's going on. I'll demonstrate. Okay, wiretap, turn on the light.
Well, Jordan, we don't have Wi-Fi here at the job site, dude. Well, it's not going to work. Okay, it did work. I'm sorry about that. I apologize.
Yeah, I don't know how you feel your phone's listening to you all the time anyway, but this is the same thing as Alexa or Siri or whatever. But you can control all of your lights. If you want to spend a lot of money on Wi-Fi lights, you can control it off of Google Home Mini.
Man, that's a good price too for that. Okay, next up, talking about good prices. This is not necessarily a contractor gift. This is really more of a DIY gift. But if you don't own a laser currently, this is a great way to go. They've got a combo pack where you get a laser measure, a small one, and you get a sweet cross-line laser. For this price, this is a great gift for any man in your life. I think that people are really going to like this. Great way to get into lasers for not a lot of money.
And I'm going to disagree on not being professional. This guy, you know, for estimates, takeoffs, they make much better ones at much higher prices that are more accurate. So maybe this is more the handyman's. I like this. I've got the big boy version of this that will shoot very far and it's all great, but this has a clamp built onto it. And so stuff like if you're setting up stairs and you're working in tight quarters and you're needing something that just clamps here and you're working there, I'm going to put this in my toolbox because I think instead of pulling out the big guy and figuring out how to get it all fixtured, as long as I'm working in close spaces, this is actually a pretty cool intermediate step from just a regular laser or regular level, but before you bring out your big laser and have to fixture it all up.
Big thanks to Lowe's for sponsoring today's video. Everything that Jordan and I talked about is available, of course, at your local Lowe's store, or if you look in the description below, there's a link that's going to have all this so you can buy from their Lowe's site. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Otherwise, we'll see you next time on The Build Show.